Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Unavoidable, Adventures in Aging, where Sue and Shan, two Midwest, well-past middle-aged sisters, discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of aging. With a little humor, a little heart, and occasionally a little frustration, we'll explore the unavoidable adventures we experience as we move into our golden years. Yeah, golden years, my ass. Just a note to our listeners, this podcast reflects the opinions and experiences of Sue and Shan. The main purpose of this podcast is intended to entertain.
We're going.
We are going. All right.
Okay.
We kind of like this title before we started this, and we still really like the title, but you'll find out that we're going to go in a lot of different directions with it.
Yeah.
But the title today is Small Town, Big Family. What we wanted to talk about most, I think, was just the importance of family and stay as close to family as you can. Celebrate the good things and be together to be sad about the sad things.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a sad thing this last weekend, but in one of the most joyous ways I've seen for a very long time.
Yes, very much so.
We went to the memorial service of one of our favorite cousins.
Absolutely.
Julie. And Julie comes from a family. There were 9 children.
8
children. We kind of grew up with them. We would go to the farm in the summertime, and so we were closest to them.
Yeah, and they were mom's side of the family.
Right.
And you and Scott spent a lot of time out there at the farm. And Shelley and I, as we grew, I think we moved further from there. So it was usually vacation times, not just like weekend times.
So we were very close with this family of cousins, and Julie was, and I think I said this at her wake, she was the coolest.
She was.
She just had this thing about her, as some people do. There's just a cool factor there.
She was. She absolutely was.
You're just born with it.
Yeah. She was.
But she was a drummer in a few different bands.
Right. An all-girl band when she was in high school,
Yes.
which was saying a lot because she would have graduated high school 1970.
Was she the same age as Scott or a year younger?
Well, it's
70?
70 or
It's
71
gotta be
then.
69 or 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a big deal. And what was the name of that band we found out she played with for 2 weeks?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Who?
So the story went that she was living with the oldest brother and wife.
Okay.
Her oldest brother in Kearney, and the Drifters were in town, but they needed a drummer.
Okay.
And she went and auditioned for the Drifters, and
Yes.
they said, "You're hired."
Yeah.
So for 2 weeks in this cocktail lounge kind of setting.
Was that in Kearney or Denver?
Oh, it could have been Denver.
Might have been Denver.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
She played with the
the
Drifters. Yeah.
And we looked up some of the songs on the boardwalk.
On the boardwalk.
On the
Come on.
boardwalk.
You had.
There was a whole list of them.
Yeah, Tim came, because then we were listening on our way
Yes.
to the Airbnb because Tim pulled up the Drifters.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, look up the Drifters.
That's right.
Because you will know all their songs.
That'll have to be an unfinished business for next week.
Oh, yeah, we haven't done that.
Do we have any unfinished business this week?
Oh, heck, honey, I can't remember last week.
I know. I called Shan yesterday and I said, I think we have to record something for Friday. Really?
I did.
Oh, yeah, we do. So it's just been, because we were gone all weekend, like I said.
Yep, we were.
Yeah, if we get out of our little routine, even a little bit, it really throws us off.
It does mess us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. So, okay, we'll do that for unfinished.
Right, for next time.
But yeah, she did. She was a drummer, and no, it was a different group that she was with that they informed her she was going to sing, and she didn't think she could do that. And they said, yeah, you can, and kind of pushed her into it, and she did quite well.
And she did,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah. But I don't know, even the whole way they did her memorial service, they had the service at the church, and then I think they called it an Irish wake. At her sister's house there in Wilcox. Wilcox, Nebraska.
I think when they say a wake, that mainly means stories and
Yeah.
and camaraderie and drinking.
Lots of drinking.
And,
Yeah. And so that's because a lot of times when you go to a funeral, there's a part of the funeral that people get up and share stories.
Yes.
And I really liked the way they did this when they waited until everybody was all together and they shared the stories then.
Right. And everybody was comfortable, Most had changed into the jeans or the shorts or whatever, and you're sitting outside. The weather was perfect.
Yes.
So it was a lot more enjoyable with that. When we talk about, I don't know if I'll screw us up here, but I want to talk about small town.
Yes.
And you said,
yes.
So they all grew up on a farm outside of Axtell, Nebraska, and I think Axtell is like 1,200 people.
Yeah.
Wilcox, I think. And so then her oldest, or next to her oldest, her sister, farmed outside of Wilcox. Wilcox is even smaller. And then and that's where the wake was, and the service was in Holdrege. Now, Holdrege is a whopping, I think, 4,200 people or something, isn't it?
The traffic was amazing.
It was, yeah. It might even be 5,000. And so we talk about small towns, which obviously those are small. We consider us a small town.
Yeah.
They're really small. What I saw was so of this family, of the Nickel family, Sue lives in Wilcox and Debbie or Diane live in Axtell, but everybody else lives away from that. Now we're talking, Bob's probably 85. Sorry if I'm guessing too high, but 85 on down.
Sorry, Bob.
Really sorry. On down, their classmates were all there.
Yes.
Best
friend from kindergarten.
Yes, her best friend from kindergarten. Now Julie's a family of 8 on a house and 1 bathroom.
Yes.
And her girlfriend had 1 sibling, right?
I think so.
In a house. And I think that Sue said something about they had 2 bathrooms.
Yeah.
So
really impressed.
The friend always said how wonderful it was to go to Nichols because you're always going to eat and everybody was always there and you were playing and all that kind of stuff. And Sue said, and we could hardly wait to go to the friend's house because it was so quiet. It was like, whoo. But that kind of blew me away how many of their classmates were there.
Yes.
That was just tremendous.
Whether it was a classmate or a neighbor or
right.
Everybody knew everybody else and they were so supportive.
Yes.
And that, like you said, that's where the small town comes in.
It does.
And they're a big family, so they're very far reaching, but you get into those smaller communities and everybody knows who you are.
Yeah. And, of course, those friends, school friends and whatnot, knew the entire famay, so they knew all the siblings very well.
Right. And all the kids and the grandkids and I'm sure there's great-grandkids.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how many, but I don't know, jumping ahead a bit, but just to show what a small town it was, Shan got us this really cute little Airbnb way out in the country.
It was out in the country.
And we laughed because, we said, it's right next to a cornfield. That's all you could see.
Yes.
When you were driving down the road was the corn was
country.
So high next to the car that you couldn't see anything else.
Right.
It was just corn. Yeah. So how many miles was it? Do you know?
A good 8 miles.
8 miles.
North of Axtell.
Yeah.
So then Wilcox is a little bit further south of Axtell. So,
yeah. So when we're sitting at the wake and we're talking about this cute little farmhouse that we're staying in, somebody looks over and goes, hey, what was his name?
Jim,
come here. These people are staying in your Airbnb.
Yeah.
Really? And then his sister comes over.
Yeah.
And there you are.
Yes.
So the place, and we've stayed in Airbnbs before. I've never met the people.
Never met the people.
Never.
Yeah.
But there they were.
Yes.
And, again, so friendly, so welcoming.
And what did we really need Jim for the night before? What did we need him for?
We needed him for a corkscrew. Shan had brought, the wine that we drink that needs a corkscrew. And, of course, the first thing she says to Tim, did you remember to put a corkscrew in the bag or whatever? No. Did you? No. So we're really wanting this wine.
I've never seen you quite so determined as you were with that bottle of wine. You were after it.
Oh, my God. So, we tried a couple different things, and I found a pair of scissors, and they were pretty sturdy.
Yeah, they were.
I found because they didn't bend. But, so I shoved the scissors down in the cork, and I'd wiggle it back and forth and try to twist it, and ended up getting out like, I don't know, a fourth of an inch of the thing on top. And I kept going.
You did.
So I
you were
shoved
determined.
that thing, and I'm rocking it back and forth and here and there, and I, I can hear a little crack, but I don't know what it is. I had broken the neck of the bottle.
You did.
Oh, God. So it broke a whole piece out of the side of the neck of the bottle, and even then, and you're saying, oh, we just have to throw it away, and Tim and I are like, no, it'll be fine.
I said, you're going to have glass in that. We're going to be drinking glass.
Yeah. So we were able to poke the rest of the cork down inside the bottle. And, Shan's concerns were valid. I mean,
Thank you.
These were little teeny tiny. So tell everybody how we solved that.
Continuing that determination, we're not giving up on this bottle of wine. Then we got the coffee filters out.
Yep.
Put those. One person was holding the coffee filters. The other one was pouring the wine, and then it would go down into the glass.
And filter it out. And we did 2 or 3 filters just in case it was really fine.
Did.
Yeah.
And we drank our wine.
Yes, we did. And we're here to tell the tale about it.
We are.
So it must have been fine.
And then I have to tell the true confession, the rest of the story, which I haven't told many people because you weren't there, Tim wasn't there, so I didn't have to fess up to it.
You didn't have to say anything.
I didn't. I will.
But, yeah.
So the next morning, I have a book bag that I carry a lot of electronics and all that kind of stuff in, so that's usually with us. And I was pulling the computer out of there, and there's the corkscrew in the bottom of the bag.
Yes. And
so it'll stay there except for when we fly.
Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They'd probably frown on that.
I think they would.
So created quite a memory
It
there.
did. So we told Jim the whole story. He said,
we did.
Should have called me. I would have brought you a corkscrew. I thought, oh, my God. I kept saying to you guys, I am not calling Jim. Because I thought, if he lived in Axtell, it's going to take him 15 minutes to get out there.
We found out
he's on the same lot as this one in the country.
There's a little house not even, 100 yards?
Yeah.
From where we were? Yeah. And that's where he was.
But the lights weren't on or anything, so we didn't know. I thought maybe both of them were Airbnbs.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So, that was our big one.
But again, small town.
Small town. There they were.
Big families.
And willing to help, no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a corkscrew or
anything else.
Or an ambulance. You know, they were there to help us.
He was. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was fun because we met a lot of people. I think, too, the other thing, the one thing, when you get to a funeral, it seems like, and then you all get to talking afterwards, almost every time somebody says, we got to do this at a different time, not a funeral. However, it doesn't seem to happen that way.
Right.
Yes, we need to make the effort of getting together with people prior to that happening. However, it seems to be funerals you get together.
Yeah.
And the thing is with the Nickel family, I saw them when probably 4 or 5 years ago, one of the sons got married. Mary's son got married. Yeah. And so Tim and Mom and I went to the wedding, got to see everybody there. So that was fun. But otherwise, we haven't seen them much.
Well, they came to Mom's funeral. Quite a few
3 of them did. Yeah,
came
that's
to
right.
Mom's funeral. So
that's right. And that surprised us, but we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then remember, we didn't get to go to their moms. We had something going on. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly's wedding.
Oh, yeah. Well,
okay.
That's kind of
so,
important.
Yeah, that made sense.
Because Pauline's funeral was before Mom's.
Yes.
By a few years.
Yeah. So even though I hadn't seen them for all that time, I knew exactly which one was which.
Yes.
And so much about him. Now, Scott knew a lot more about him because he's really kept in better touch with everybody from the family, and especially those that are his age and above. But it's like no time has passed.
Just like a forever friend.
Yeah,
they're forever family.
They are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it was really nice to have Scott there with us. It was. Because, he has those memories that you and I don't necessarily.
Right.
In the Nickel family, let's see, I'm going to name them all.
Okay, I'm ready.
And I hope, Nichols, you're listening. Okay. Bob, Den, Sue, Julie, was it Mary and then Danny, or Danny and then Mary?
I think Mary's older.
Okay, Mary, Danny, And then there was quite a space, and there were 2 more, Diane and Debbie.
Uh-huh.
And those 2, I really didn't get to know that well. Was that all of them?
Yep, you got them. Yeah.
But they were in the Kearney area, and Scott was in the Kearney, living in Kearney at the time.
Yeah.
So he got to know them.
Yes.
Through, I don't know, it was classes they were taking, or, just that family connection.
Right.
If you've got somebody close by. So Scott really had better connections with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think you and I, because Bob and Dan were older, I didn't know them as well. But Sue, Julie, Mary, and Mary, if you're out there, one thing I remember about you was you were, I don't know, 4 or 5. And you would, we were all goofing around and playing, and you would say, "My name is Mary, and I have naturally curly hair." I remember that so well.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Yeah.
I think they all did.
Yeah, I think
most
so.
of them had curly hair.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you know what we forgot to say, too? There was another cousin and her niece
Yes.
there as well.
Yes.
And so that was amazing to see them.
Yeah.
And again, they both look so good, and
Yeah.
they don't live all that far, so
Right.
they left a little bit earlier than the rest of us did. But it was
Yeah.
great to see them and talk to them.
Because Becky was another one who was born later to our Aunt Donna. And so we didn't get to know her as well. So it was really good to see her and her. Would it be a daughter or a niece?
Niece.
It would
was
be
her
a niece.
It was Gary's daughter.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So
yeah.
that it was good to see them. And and I think too, we did this, Kelly, when she went to college. And of course, that kid was so lonely.
Yeah.
So lonely. I wasn't sure she was going to make it through that first semester. But Scott and Barb lived in the area. And so called them and said, "Boy, she's really struggling." So they went and picked her up. And they were looking at buying the farm at that point. So she rode with them, and they spent the day together, and she got to see the farm, and they ended up buying it as well. But also just that it helps on a lonely night to reach out to a family member. Now, she knows them quite well, but sometimes you don't know them terribly well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's still family, and there's a connection.
There is. And I forgot to mention one of the biggest surprise for me. Oh, no, that was for family days when Shelley brought Scotty and Eli.
Yes.
Yeah. So that, if I didn't mention it before, I'll mention it now, because that was, again, what families do for each other.
Yes.
If you can't make the connections yourself, they help you make those connections.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So reach out, because it may seem like a major hurdle, but somebody's going to make it a little bit easier for you.
That's right. And they're probably wanting to see you as much as you want to see them.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid
Yeah.
to do those things. Yep.
You mentioned to me, because we went down on Thursday. Scott came on Friday, and then the service in the wake was Friday, and then we all came home on Saturday. But we did some Nebraska passports, so a little shout out to the Nebraska Tourism. Each year they do this passport, and there's 70 stops in the state of Nebraska, and you can go through and you can get a digital stamp or a physical stamp, and then you turn all of them in, how many stops you made, and you earn scratch tickets and a T-shirt and a calendar and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the second year Tim and I've done that, but you got to go with us, and we hit 9 of them.
I think so.
I couldn't believe how many we hit. But they're fun, isn't it?
They are. And
I'd have no reason to go to any of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
When we were driving through those little towns between one stop and another, I thought, I knew somebody in college from here, and I knew somebody from here. And so you'd hear of these places, but with no real reason to go.
Exactly.
You probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, because there's not many of them on the interstate. You're going to be going north or south on the interstate to catch all of these. But we did quite a few, and it's so much fun. And we ate at the one in Ogallala where we ate. We found that when we were there was a eccentric lamb and wool or something. I don't know. And that was the stop. And so we went there. Well, then we turned around across the street was that restaurant. Driftwood was the name of that.
Yeah.
And so we ate there. We're going to try that recipe.
They had this pasta dish that was just like, wow. So good.
It was.
Yes.
So that restaurant we found from there. And then when we were coming home, when we stopped at Kozad.
Frau.
Yeah.
Something.
Frontier Frau.
Frontier Frau.
Yes. And it's
German beer.
Yeah. And it's brewery. They make their own beer, but it's German beer.
Uh-huh.
That was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good food. And
just to see the state in a different way. You know, usually when you're going somewhere, you've got Alliance and then you've got wherever you're going to stop. And that's it. You drive through all these places with really no reason to stop.
Exactly.
But in every single one of those places, the people were so friendly.
Yes, they were, weren't they?
And the stories that they would tell about other passporters. I don't know what.
Yeah.
This one lady said that she met a couple one year who decided they weren't going to go home until they'd gone to every single stop. And there's how many stops?
70.
70 stops.
Mm-hmm. Now, it's not 70 different communities.
Right.
Because some of them have 3 or 6, or the bigger ones have 6.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah. So that was their vacation.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it would take you.
I don't either, but they had to be retired. That's for darn sure.
That's right. Definitely so.
And then last year, maybe there was a story about, boy, we really got off the track here, but you know, what the heck? It's family. It doesn't matter where you go.
And it was a road trip.
It was a road trip.
For us as sisters
oh my gosh.
and
road
with
trip.
Tim. Yes, yes.
And one of them, she was talking about, we read about last year, I think it was, there were 2 women and they hit all 70 of them in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
No.
I don't think they got to get in there and enjoy them.
No.
And that part I wouldn't like. Because part of the thrill and the excitement and the experience is getting in there and seeing what they're selling it's museums and it's art centers and it's stores, dress shops. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything. And so to get in and see it and experience it, you got to do that part whenever you can. Not all of them are open.
Right.
And so that's when you do the electric stamp or
right.
electronic stamp. But
yeah.
So we got to take you on passporting.
Yes. Yeah. How many years ago was it? You got me into geocaching.
Oh, gosh, that was
forever.
Still do that? I think so. I don't think it's as popular.
Yeah.
I'd have to ask Shan.
Yeah.
Because that's who did it. Remember, he was here and we did a geocache search in Alliance and around the area and stuff. Now, on the passport this year, there's a geocache part of it.
Oh.
We're not good at, Tim and I are not good, because it's a riddle that helps you look exactly where that geocache is.
No.
And we struggled. One, somebody told us where it was. The other 2 we actually found. And I think there were 4 more, and we tried every one of them and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So, but they did have a geocache part. I meant to ask Shan if he would look at the clues and see if he could figure it out. But
yeah, because you've still got a few to do in Omaha?
We do. We have some in Lincoln, some in Omaha, and then south of Lincoln and Omaha is what we have left.
Yeah.
So for anybody not familiar, it's the eastern part and the southeastern part that we still have to go.
Yeah.
You know, we have a good chance of hitting all 70.
I know. And how many do you have now? You probably
said
that
had
just
49, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, out of 70, we're so close.
And
you have to do it by the end of September.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It goes May 1 to the end of September. Yeah. And we'll be down that way, going down to Kansas City at the end of this month. And Tim's golfing at the other end of the state, so I'll probably go with him so that we can pick up a few more.
Do a couple more. Yeah. Okay. I just had one of those things. I was thinking it. I thought, I'm going to say this as soon as she's finished with her part. No idea.
Did it have anything to do? We talked about, maybe everybody at our age, family history.
Yeah. Okay.
That wasn't it?
No.
Go
it
for
wasn't. It had to do with the passport stuff.
Here's your paper. There's your pencil.
You never know when that thought's going to slip away, though. You know, you think, I've got it. It's locked in.
I got it.
And there
it's
it
gone.
goes. I don't know what it was. Yeah.
Oh.
But another part of this podcast, too, was your daughter, Erin, calls us the aunties. And you, me, Shelley, Barb, any of the old women.
The old women.
Yeah. And she calls us the aunties. And Shan and I were talking about what that means. And, you know, that in your family, there are those people who have made an impression on your life in some way.
exactly.
And you never tell them, or hardly ever.
Yeah.
But so those were the aunties, I guess, to her, is that we are the elders.
Yes.
Another one of the perks of getting older.
Yep.
And a lot of times, not just the women, but the men too, the older, hold the family history.
Yes.
And if you don't share it, it's going to get lost.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's what we talked about. And I'm happy being an auntie.
Oh, me too.
You know, it's like,
I really am.
hey, this is kind of cool. I'm an
Yeah.
auntie. But yeah, we've talked about that history. And maybe, you know, because you know how much you and I enjoyed, and I know Tim did too, listening to Scott and his tales
Oh, my
of
golly.
the Nichols farm and
Yes.
being down there and everything else.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed hearing that so much. So we worry about losing those stories. And of course, in the Native American culture,
Yes.
that's also a very big concern when you think of their history
Yeah.
and how deep it is.
The language and
Yeah.
the ceremonial things, the traditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so keeping those alive, passing those down to the next generation. And I think it's very easy, because somebody else already did it, but to have that family tree
Yes.
part.
Right.
That's easy enough to do, especially if it's already done and you pass that on, although mom's side of the family has next to nothing.
Yeah.
We have nothing. Dad
Yeah.
researched his. Tim's mom researched hers with her family going back for like till Jesus was born, I think. So that part is easy to pass on and important.
Yeah.
But for me, sometimes it's those
It's the
stories
stories.
of fun or tragic or survival or whatever the hardship was that they had to
Yeah.
go through and how they did that.
Yes.
Those stories are really
So-
important.
Yeah. And that they're kind of supporting your memories. Because
Yes.
I've talked about that a lot. False memories.
Yeah,
and
false-
this is what I think happened. No, Sue, that never happened.
Buzz,
So-
Buzz Lightyear did not land
Yeah.
on the moon.
Yeah, so if you've got that person or persons in your family that can back you up on what some of your memories
And
are.
do you remember with Shelley, I don't know what we entitled it. She was here with us,
Yes.
to keep or not to keep.
Right.
And, you know, she had that one, too, of, first of all, if somebody's giving you something, please accept it with generosity.
Exactly.
And if they want to tell you a story, even though you maybe have heard it several times, listen again.
Yes.
But she said, and better yet, record it.
Yeah, record it,
Write it down.
Yep.
Because there's a reason it's important to that person. It was so much of their history. And they want you to have it and you to know the story.
And that they remembered it,
Yeah.
even if it was their own memory of
Right.
how it happened.
Right.
But
Yeah. Well, and with Gretchen, Tim's mom, she had handwritten, and then I typed it for her, so I knew where it was, different things within her apartment at that time that she'd had for a long time and how she got it and what she knew about it. And it was kind of cool because then she had this little thing where it said, so when I'm done housekeeping and you have this, please take this story with you. So when, after she passed and people were going through things, I made sure I typed all that up. I put at the bottom of each one,
Yes.
you know, she's done with her housekeeping. Now it's yours. Here's the history. And I actually taped it, a hard copy onto everything so that anybody that took it hopefully took that, held on to it, and they'll remember. And it really gave a lot of the age, too, of
what
things.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even if it's something you're not going to keep, take a picture of it and include the text with it and
Exactly.
the written description. And
Did I do that? No. Do I have the pictures? I might.
Yeah.
To match those up,
right.
I should do that.
Yep.
But yeah, those things, because there's a story behind all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I did it again. I had something on my mind. And
Okay, everybody, we're going to
And I
go.
didn't
We're
even
going to go quiet
write it
for
down.
30 seconds.
Okay, family history, writing it down. Nope, it's gone. No. Nope.
Not there.
Not there. Yep. What do they say? If it was really important, you'll remember it. So this is one of those things. I'll wake up from a sound sleep tonight and think about something and go, where did that come from? Well, it's something you forgot.
Yeah, you dream about it,
Yeah.
and you think,
yeah.
why did I dream about that?
Yeah.
Well, if you remember, write it down.
Okay.
Next week, we'll put it on our unfinished business along
Right.
with the songs that the Drifters sang.
Yes. Yeah. Huh. Darn, it was profound. I just know it was.
It was.
I'll try to think of it.
It would have just been great for somebody to know.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't know what else did we. And yeah, this was mostly about Julie and her family. But the reason that we have all this that we're talking about is because of getting together with them. That's why we took a road trip. That's why we have all the passport things that we talked about, and just memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Even though I don't have any right now.
Right now. And the memories come back when you start talking with somebody else.
Yes.
That's part of your past.
Yeah.
And it's, oh, yeah, and remember we did, and I like that part of it, too.
Yes,
where it's,
I do.
And then we did.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All righty.
Do you think we've covered we kind of went all over the place today.
We did.
But I don't know. I had fun talking about all of it.
Yeah.
So.
Family and Nebraska passport. What can we say?
Yeah. Yeah. Just the importance of them. Okay.
Absolutely.
We're going to wrap it up then?
Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Oh, do we do takeaways?
Takeaways.
We keep forgetting takeaways.
I know. We do.
Actually, we haven't been doing. We have to get back to our consistency.
I know it.
I know.
I know it. Yeah.
Takeaway.
Takeaway. Just family's important.
Yeah.
Keep as many of them as close to you as you can for as long as you can, because they're not going to be there forever. And then I think, too, just hoping that the younger ones are, of course they are, making their own memories of family. Mm-hmm. And that when we're long gone, they're going to remember when the aunties used to sit around and talk about this and that.
Yeah. And sure they are. Because, oh my gosh, when we get together for family days and there's games and there's laughter and there's crafting and all those things, eating together, you talk and you talk
and you
a lot.
still talk about Grandma Ellis or Grammy Mitten and what they did. And that was another fun thing we did was when we were in Kearney, we drove by Grammy and Grampy Mitten's house. It's still there.
It is.
And
did it look even smaller than what you remembered? Yeah.
That was funny when we were the family days and we'd all gone out to Carhenge because Eli's been there when he was real small. And he said, yeah, I remember I was here before, but I think it was a lot bigger then, wasn't it? Yeah, honey, and memory-wise, it certainly was.
It was. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree with every single thing you said for your
thank you.
Takeaway.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
right.
remember, we upload to Podbean every Friday afternoon, and you can listen to us on any of your favorite podcast apps. Just type in Unavoidable Adventures in Aging, and it will come up, and there we are in all of our glory. Apple Podcast Addict, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen, you can find us. When you do, please remember to like, subscribe, and follow us, and share as often as you can with as many people as you can. If you want to get a hold of us, unavoidableaging@gmail.com.
Yes. All right. And until next time, we always say to enjoy your life. Laugh at yourself. Remember as much as you can from time to time. But especially remember, you're not knucking futz. You're just aging.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, everybody.
Those will all come to me.
I think in about 15 minutes after we turn this off, you'll say, oh, I know what I wanted to say.
So, have to be sure.
There you go.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.